Hello, this is Jamie Magrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. You see it's got that little bit of gold embossing on there. So let's get started. For consumables, I have, this is the vanilla. I have a card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. I have a piece of gold foil, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5, and a piece of vanilla, which is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to be using Early Espresso, Versamark ink, the Quiet Meadow stamp set, and the meadow dies that came with it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this die and these two dies and this piece of paper here. I'm going to run them through my die cut machine. I'm going to put a piece of copy paper over the top of this so that I don't get marks on the paper from my plate. So that's the first step. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and you'll see that helped to quite a bit. There's still a little bit, I don't know if you can see it on there, but it's nothing. See how bad my plates are? They would have been all marked up and you wouldn't be able to, there wouldn't be a solid texture on them. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the front of my card. It is the same size as the card. Come on. Just had you going a little bit ago. Just have a T-pin. This one's well used. There's the glues coming out. And that just does that because I have a bad habit of leaving it open on my desk. I have the fan going, which dries it fast. Okay, and this is the same size as the front of my card. Awesome, and in case any glue comes out, I don't want it getting all over. I don't care if it's in the middle because I'm going to cover it up, but I don't want it around the edge. Let's turn it over and we'll do it this way. Alright, let's put that aside. And let's bring in this piece here. I'm only using 2 stamps. I'm using the Thinking of You, the sentiment. Early Espresso ink. Stamp that up in this area here. Okay. And I'm going to take this splotchy one. I'm going to stamp that down here. And then without re-inking, I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to stamp it going up this way. Okay, now I'm going to bring in a chamois. I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to get it really clean because then I'm going to go into the Versamark. I don't want to get my Versamark all covered in brown ink. Okay. Close this up, I'm done with it. This is a very simple card. I got the Versamark, I've got that same spotted stamp. I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to stamp that down here like this. So some of it's down here, right there, like that. I'm going to come in with gold embossing powder and some coffee filters. Okay, let's go ahead and put this away. Bring in my heat tool. I'm going to put it on the second setting. I'm going to melt those spots. Let's see if I can bring it up so you can see it. Once it starts, there it goes. Stuck on some of the other ones too, but that's alright. Okay. So if you don't want it to catch on some of the brown spots, then let it dry first. Alright, now this can get mounted on the front of here. We're going to use dimensionals for that. And I'm going to actually put the dimensionals on this because it's going to make it a little bit easier to center. Because then I can hover over without worrying about it sticking yet. Those backs off. Okay. Now I'm going to hover over this and try to center it. Stick it down. You could put them on the back of this. I just found it easier to do it that way. Okay, now let's bring in those pieces we cut. I'll pop these little ones out that didn't fall out. I'm going to put the wet glue on the back of this. This is my favorite, one of my favorite flowers. It's a bachelor button, I believe, or a carnation. I like the bachelor buttons. I always have. I like the blue ones, but there's pink ones and purple ones, but I really like the blue ones. Okay. Now this is going to go here. Like that. Okay. I'm going to come in with the butterflies. This half one, I'm going to just put glue on the back. That's going to go here. This one, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Big ones are really too big, so I'm going to use the little ones, or you can cut the other ones in half. This is going to go right over here like this. Okay, then I'm going to bring in a bow tied with the crinkled seam binding. I know this is white on top of the vanilla, but I think it looks fine. I'm going to roll one of these glue dots. Stick it on the back of my bow. Put that right here. Okay, now to finish it off, I'm going to come in with these metallic pearls. I'm going to put some of those on. Put one up here. One over here. There we go. There's our card. It's very simple. See the embossing on the background? Here's the one I did previously. There you go. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.